Mexico's Grupo Aeromóvil de Fuerzas Especiales, GAFE, or Special Forces Aeromobile Group, has played a significant role in the country's efforts to combat drug cartels and organized crime. This elite unit of the Mexican Army has received extensive training from U.S. Special Forces and has been at the forefront of Mexico's war on drugs. However, its history and effectiveness have been marked by both notable successes and concerning controversies. Origins and development. GAFE was established in 1986 as Mexico's premier special operations unit. The group was created to conduct specialized missions requiring advanced tactical skills beyond those of regular Army units. However, it was the 1994 Zapatista rebellion in southern Mexico that led to a significant expansion of GAFE forces. By 1995, there were 12 GAFE units, and this number grew rapidly following increased cooperation between Mexico and the United States on counter-narcotics efforts. A pivotal moment came in October 1995 when Presidents Clinton and Zedillo met in Washington, ushering in a new era of U.S.-Mexican relations that saw Mexico's military take on a primary role in combating drug trafficking. U.S. training and support. The United States has provided substantial training and support to GAFE units, particularly since the late 1990s. Between November 1996 and September 1998 alone, the U.S. military trained 416 GAFE Special Forces soldiers. Much of this training took place at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, conducted by the U.S. 7th Special Forces Group. Additional training was provided at the former U.S. School of the Americas, now the Western Hemisphere Institute for Security Cooperation at Fort Benning, Georgia. The training provided by U.S. forces focused on several key areas: drug interdiction procedures, preserving crime scene evidence, individual survival skills, small unit tactics, marksmanship, reconnaissance, human rights training. U.S. officials emphasized that the training was expressly counter-narcotics and not intended for counterinsurgency purposes, though some observers noted similarities in the tactics taught. Capabilities and structure. GAFE units are modeled after U.S. Army Special Forces and are trained to conduct low-intensity covert operations. They are equipped for both jungle warfare and urban operations, wearing camouflage uniforms or black overalls and ski masks, depending on the mission. By the early 2000s, Mexico had established a Special Forces school, 4 training sites, and created 109 GAFE groups, including 73 airmobile and 36 amphibious units. Each group could have up to 30 soldiers, suggesting a potential total force of over 3,200 troops, though exact numbers are not publicly disclosed. Operational role. GAFE units have been at the forefront of Mexico's efforts to combat drug cartels and organized crime. Their primary missions include counter-narcotics operations, high-value target apprehension, intelligence gathering, hostage rescue, counterterrorism. These elite troops often serve as rapid reaction forces, capable of quick deployment to trouble spots across the country. Their air-mobile capabilities allow them to access remote areas where cartels operate, giving them a significant advantage in surprise raids and interdiction efforts. Effectiveness and controversies. The effectiveness of GAFE units in combating drug trafficking and organized crime has been mixed. On one hand, they have been involved in numerous successful operations against cartel leaders and drug shipments. Their specialized training and equipment have made them a formidable force in Mexico's security landscape. However, the unit has also been plagued by controversies and accusations of human rights abuses. Some of the most serious allegations include, number 1, torture and abuse. There have been reports of GAFE units employing torture techniques during interrogations, both in training exercises and against civilians. In one notorious case, GAFE soldiers trained at Fort Bragg were implicated in the torture of 20 civilians in the town of Ocatan, resulting in 1 death. Number 2, corruption. Despite their elite status, some GAFE members have been susceptible to corruption. The lure of drug money has led some soldiers to cooperate with cartels, undermining the unit's effectiveness and reputation. Number 3, defections. Perhaps the most infamous controversy surrounding GAFE is the defection of some of its members to form the violent drug cartel known as Los Zetas. These former Special Forces soldiers used their advanced training to create one of Mexico's most brutal criminal organizations. Challenges and limitations. Despite their advanced training and equipment, GAFE units face several challenges that limit their effectiveness. Number 1, scale of the problem. The sheer size and resources of Mexican drug cartels often overwhelm even elite units like GAFE. The vast territories involved in the cartel's ability to corrupt local officials make sustained success difficult. Number 2, corruption. While GAFE units are generally considered less corrupt than other branches of Mexican security forces, they are not immune to the influence of drug money. Number 3, human rights concerns. Allegations of human rights abuses have strained relations with local communities and international partners, potentially limiting intelligence gathering and cooperation. Number 4, command and control issues. The Mexican military's centralized command structure can hinder rapid decision-making and flexibility in operations. Number 5, incomplete databases. The effectiveness of intelligence-driven operations is undermined by incomplete and new databases, as well as the ability of drug traffickers to infiltrate security forces. Recent developments and future outlook. In recent years, there has been a shift in U.S. training priorities for Mexican forces. Since fiscal year 2017, tactical training has declined while human rights training has increased. This change likely reflects both a natural wind-down of the Merida Initiative and political pressure in the United States. The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic appears to have contributed to already diminishing tactical training. In fiscal year 2020, only 60 students received tactical or operations training, the lowest number since 2006. Interestingly, there has been an increased emphasis on cybersecurity and electronic warfare training in recent years. In fiscal year 2020, more students received training in these topics than in any previous year. While this may reflect evolving security challenges, it has also raised concerns given Mexico's troubled history with spyware and surveillance. Mexico's GAFE units represent a significant investment in creating a highly trained, elite force capable of combating powerful drug cartels and organized crime groups. Their U.S.-provided training and advanced capabilities have made them a crucial component of Mexico's security strategy. The effectiveness of the Grupo Antiterrorista Federal, GAFE, has been a subject of considerable debate. While they've undoubtedly achieved notable successes, particularly in high-profile operations targeting cartel leaders, their record has been marred by serious concerns. Human rights abuses and corruption scandals have cast a long shadow over the GAFE. Allegations of extrajudicial killings, torture, and involvement in illicit activities have raised questions about their adherence to ethical standards. The defection of a significant number of GAFE members to form Los Zetas, a notorious criminal organization, further underscores the challenges faced in maintaining the integrity of such elite units. The GAFE's mixed performance highlights the complex nature of combating organized crime in Mexico. While their successes in dismantling criminal networks are undeniable, the potential for abuse and corruption poses a constant threat. The defection to Los Zetas serves as a stark reminder that even the most well-trained and equipped forces can be compromised by internal factors. Looking forward, the role of GAFE in Mexico's security landscape is likely to evolve. The shift towards increased human rights training and emerging focus on cybersecurity and electronic warfare suggests a changing approach to combating organized crime. However, the fundamental challenges of corruption, the vast scale of cartel operations, and the need to balance effective law enforcement with respect for human rights remain significant hurdles. Ultimately, while GAFE units possess impressive capabilities, their effectiveness will depend not just on their training and equipment, but on broader reforms within Mexico's security sector and continued efforts to address the root causes of organized crime and drug trafficking. The complex nature of these challenges suggests that GAFE will remain an important but not singular element in Mexico's ongoing struggle against powerful criminal organizations.